Hey, what's going on, everybody? Justin from Blue Collar Survival again, and today I'm doing a tagged video. I was tagged by Blade Banter. I will put a link to his channel in the description down below. Please go check out his channel. Great channel. He does knife reviews and some other things basically like my channel, so check him out. But the video today is, what was your first knife or the knife that got you into collecting knives? And I kind of got I don't know if it's a funny little story. I was kind of a bad little kid. So I've kind of always been into knives. My father was oh, before I get started, I'd like to tag two other YouTubers in this as well. JT's Knife Life and Baz on Blades. Those two channels as well. I'll put a link in the description below. Check them out. Great channels. Baz has the best intro of any of us knife reviewers, hands down. So go check out his channel. It's just, he's got it. But anyway, back to my story. So I was kind of a bad little kid, and I was always into knives. And my father was served in the U.S. Air Force for over 20 years. And we were stationed in Arizona at the time, in Tucson, on, oh, I can't remember the base name. But anyway, I think I was in fourth grade. And for some reason, I became a little klepto. So I started, with me and my buddy, we started to steal knives. And the first knife, I guess, that really got me into loving knives big time was I stole one of the Rambo style knives that has the hollow handle that has the compass on it and the wire saw and matches and yada yada yada. The survival knife, kind of a piece of garbage. But to me, I thought it was the most awesome thing in the world. Now, to go along with all this story, I continued to do my thing as I was doing, and I stole probably well over $300 worth of knives from the BX, and never got caught. The first one I took was the big Bowie survival knife one, and I took all these knives and never got caught. And the one knife that I finally get caught on was a Swiss Army knife Tinker. Little bitty keychain Swiss Army knife they bust me on. I thought that was going to be the end of my life because I had to stand in front of my father's first shirt and explain myself to him and explain to him why my dad should not lose a stripe for my actions. So, after bawling and crying, explaining myself, luckily for me, my dad did not lose a stripe, or you guys would not be hearing from me at this point because I'd probably be buried somewhere in the desert right now. But anyway, kind of a bad way to really get into knives. But my dad, he was always one that pounded in my head, it's always have a knife. It's a great tool to have, and you can never have too many knives. So I'm going to get on to what really got me into knife collecting now. So my dad gifted, I kind of got out of knives for a while, and my dad gifted me this CRKT M16. And I'm like, oh, cool, man. These are pretty sweet knives. I haven't really dealt with any of the knives anymore. I had your basic buck 110 and stuff like that, but these are more the tactical looking. And so I got that, and that was my first CRKT I had. And then so I started looking into it, and I picked up this, the M21, yeah, M21 14 SFG. And I love this knife. As you can see, it has definitely had its work. This is the one that got me into collecting. Is it a great knife? No, I wouldn't say. It doesn't have a super steel or anything. Just has an 8CR13. But that knife just was what brought me into wanting to start collecting knives and finding some of these higher ones. Now, this is my workhorse. This is the knife I take out that I do not mind beating on. I don't feel guilty about it. It's not a super expensive knife. I think it's about 50 bucks. And I just want to give a real quick, a lot of people do not like the vest serrations because they roll over, which they will roll over. Literally, if you want to mod it just a little bit, take the tips off of those. As you can see how I got this here. And basically now I use this when I go fishing. This is what I cut down small branches and stuff with. But that's the knife that got me started, and I've always had a Swiss Army knife. Once again, my father also gifted me this one. My little Swiss Army fisherman. And I carry this every single day. As you can kind of see it's a little beat up. This side's not, because I just changed this scale. I had a solid black, but I kind of want to go with the two-tone. I think it looks kind of neat. But yeah, guys, that's kind of it. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you a little story. I mean, like I said, it wasn't the best story. I was kind of a bad kid, almost cost my dad rank, and almost cost myself my life with that move. Thank God I'm not a klepto anymore. But, alright guys, Justin for Blue Collar Survival. Check out those channels that I put the links for down below. All great channels. They're some of my favorite ones I have. I have a set of my favorites on my YouTube channel, and they're on there. So, alright guys, Justin for Blue Collar Survival. You guys stay sharp.